Hey guys, so in this video I'm mostly going to be just talking about the build that I'm going to be doing or already started, why am I doing it, and how am I doing it. So I started Chaos Inoculation sweep build, and the reason for that is I had a sub goal. At 50 subs I would do a randomized build, like hit a random to generate like random keystones and some other things, and then do a build around that, or attempt to do a build around that. And the idea is to have a challenge, do a challenge for yourself with a bit of suffering, or in this case with quite a lot of suffering, I guess. And also, my goal would be to defeat Shaper. For these kind of randomized self-challenges, you can add all sorts of rules for yourself. Now, I thought this is going to be simple. I'm just going to Google PoE randomizer, hit random, and then go. But most of them are either outdated or lack customization. So we already decided that I'm going to be doing Chaos Inoculation sweep build, which also includes Conduit node and Phase Acrobatics node. However, Phase Acrobatics is no longer on the passive skill tree, it's a legacy keystone. So instead of Phase Acrobatics, I'll just be taking Acrobatics node. So those are the basic rules. I guess defeat Shaper at any level, create a build around those keystones chosen for you, around the skill as well. The conduit, like, you can still convert those keystones. You have to physically take those keystones, but you can still convert them into timeless keystones, which is what I'm gonna be doing for the conduit node. I couldn't find a good randomizer for PoE builds, and the idea is to have a challenge, not necessarily to create a random build when you don't know what build to do, and not create like a good build necessarily. I like doing those kind of challenges from time to time, especially when the league is stale. So I started making my own randomizer, but this is like very simple and it still needs to be improved. Like, this is the same spreadsheet where I list all my builds, all the build ideas for that league, and basically I added randomizer. So you just click this button, and this doesn't work right now, but it also selects the main skill and then the keystones and then the Ascendancy if you want. But as Kalimur, one of my viewers, is making a better randomizer, I'm gonna link to copy of this, so you're gonna have to create a copy again. Basically, if you want to modify this or interact with this, you have to create a copy of this. So basically go to files and then make a copy, and then you can modify it. But I will also link to the copy of this, but this is a lot more, what's the word, a lot more sophisticated and cooler looking, and you can customize it a lot more with all the links to the wiki. I'm not sure, maybe some of you will be doing it, but if you want some randomizer, I will leave a link to this. Now, if you're not going to be doing like a random build challenge for yourself, then the build that I'm doing, like I said, is gonna, at least passive skill tree, is gonna look something like that, and the damage is like really not great. I do have a decent weapon. What is this? 751 physical DPS weapon with decent attack speed and okay-ish critical strike chance, but the damage does not look good at all. And this is Chaos Inoculation. I am very not used to Chaos Inoculation builds in general. So I have to reach this node, I have to reach this node, and I have to reach this node. The rest, how I plan this, is up to me, essentially. Also, there's no rule to rush for the Chaos Inoculation as soon as possible, but I just need to be able to defeat Shaper while having those. And this is what I planned for. I think the damage is gonna be enough to defeat Shaper, but the leveling process may be pretty damn terrible. By the way, Conduit node, so many people misunderstand, it only works for party members, which is, the party members are only the other players. Anything else that are not other player does not count as party member, it counts as allies. So the Conduit is actually pretty much useless node. I'm gonna be trying to convert that into the second sight, which does give more critical strike chance while blinded. And I'm not gonna be countering blind, I'll just be getting more accuracy, that's it. Unless I miss something. And also this Brutal Restraint can not convert, but add some interesting things around here. So we'll see about that. Like I said, I'm very not experienced with the Chaos Inoculation builds. 5.8k energy shield is pretty damn low, but for the Shaper I think it's gonna be enough. And I wanted to actually do the Wicked Ward with the faster start of energy shield recharge rate, or faster start. So basically it's gonna take 1 second for the recharge to begin, and once it begins it cannot be interrupted until it, I guess, reaches full. I'm actually not even sure how long it lasts, but essentially I'll be getting over 2.4k ES recharge per second once it begins. And that's pretty much all my defenses. Yeah, I will have no other defenses pretty much. So I'm not sure how I'm gonna level up. And this probably needs to be like level 85 plan, maybe even lower if possible. We'll see how things go. I'm gonna have to do like weak maps or non-juiced up maps and play it safely sort of. And I'm going pure physical, non-impale, non-bleed. Maybe bleed would be better idea. Also don't have bottle fate right now, but bottle fate is like only 3 exalts. And the rest is pretty cheap. I have Virus Veil. I'm gonna have to create a ring. Mark of the Elder just gives a lot of attack damage if you catalyst it with the attack catalyst. The belt, I don't know if I can get like damage. If it was elemental build, you can get increased elemental damage of attacks. But for physical attacks, I don't know. It's kind of weird. Going pure physical as a haste inoculation is like really weird. For the skills, sweep, these are the supports for now at least. Pulverize is great for EV, but it doesn't give more damage when melee piece damage. Sadly, both have less attack speed, which is also bad. But I think 4.6 attacks per second with the multi-strike and faster attacks should be okay. And then I got discipline, it's like a must. Pride, flesh and stone with maim. In the blood stance, it's just gonna apply a strong maim, and enemies are gonna take increased physical damage. Assassin's Mark on the head, because this is a crit build. I don't have brittle ground, but I could just add brittle ground as well. And then I also need some precision levels. Then Val Ancestral Warchief, maybe like a supporting skill. This is gonna be combined. Actually, if I exclude these, yeah, it's gonna have like 1 million DPS, not counting these. Wait, actually these add that much damage? What? Huh, maybe I'm gonna have to support Val Ancestral Warchief even more. So that's the basic idea. If you can spot some easy improvements for this build, let me know in the comments below, because I really don't know how to plan CI build. Oh, by the way, as for my sentences, I'm picking up Juggernaut because I need a lot of accuracy. If I lose Jugger, I don't lose all that much accuracy, but being stun immune, chill immune, being able to generate endurance charges feels like pretty good deal. And I don't need to invest that much into accuracy then. And then Raider actually gives me more damage by being able to generate frenzy charges compared to Assassin and generating power charges. And I don't have power charge generation. Maybe I could add it somewhere. It's not gonna give much, like you see, it doesn't really give much damage. The items like are really pretty basic. Just energy shield and nothing else pretty much. The amulet, this one, faster startup energy shield, recharge rate. Maybe I don't even need that. Maybe I can just get something really much better for the damage, but we'll see. If you got any ideas, leave them in the comments below. And for now, that's pretty much it. I've been feeling a bit sick for the last couple of days, so the content is also slowing down and the league is getting stale. The next video will be probably updating this build, how it went. Maybe I'll be able to defeat Shaper on like fair day at level like 80, who knows. Shaper is not really a big challenge, but I feel like it's a good base. Like it's the first bigger boss, and it used to be the main boss, and it does require a certain amount of DPS, but you can kind of play it well and eventually do it. So you could even do Shaper with the Flame Dash. It does get scuffed once if you don't have enough damage. The ground becomes full of those degen ground effects, and then it can be like really tough, especially for melee. But we'll see. Again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.